As with anything, price must be relative to the value proposition. We're often asked, what value do you, as a business broker, provide in exchange for your fees or commissions? This is not only a great question that every seller or buyer should be asking of their broker, but it is also the fundamental and core essence of any business relationship. We're hopeful that this video blog will help answer the value proposition question as it relates to using a professional certified business intermediary or broker, and will focus on the benefits that you will receive from Pacific Business Broker and ought to be able to expect in exchange for your fees or commissions. The value proposition will therefore be a statement to you to justify the value you will receive in exchange for the fees that you will commit to pay us. The following are not only a promise and commitment to you, but also our assurance of providing you with the most knowledgeable and professional service where going beyond the call is normal. Firstly, when you hire a professional business broker who is a certified business intermediary, you will be receiving the highest and most professional people in the profession, with only a small handful right across the country. Secondly, when you engage a professional from Pacific Business Brokers, you're engaging a whole team of professionals with knowledge and experience in all aspects of sales and acquisitions of privately held businesses, from realistic true market valuations to structuring, financing, negotiations, law, accounting, and much more. I know that this may sound somewhat intangible until one really goes through the actual process of sale and purchase, when one really realizes the work that's involved, the hours that are involved, and the knowledge and expertise required to make the transaction a success. Here are some of the values that we provide. Unbiased and realistic comments and opinions at no cost prior to the engagement. This is a free consultation. High probability reflection of the assessment of the most probable selling or buying price in the market today. We engage in frank and open discourse about the realities and probabilities, including possible structures, do's and don'ts, best fits, critical stages, expectations, net proceeds to you post-closing, required working capital, financing, and much more. Of course, internal due diligence to avoid costly and potential damning hang-ups during the buyer's due diligence process. Effective marketing materials that reflect the specific needs of the subject business and/or potential target buyers. Screening and assessment of buyers to ensure an optimum match, including non-disclosure, non-interference, financial capacity of the buyer. Successful negotiations with respect to all aspects with buyers, landlords, lessors, and other parties, not only that have an interest in the business, but also those that may be critical to the decision-making process in the transaction. Of course, all levels of coordination, information, negotiations, so that you can continue to focus on running the business, which is often otherwise where the transactions can unravel. The buyer due diligence process management, including the gathering and protection and controlled dissemination of the relevant confidential information, including the use of a secure cloud-based data room, allowing for proper tracking and control of that confidential information. Coordination of all inventory taking and machinery and equipment assessment and all such inspections. Professional management, of course, of all the advisors, including accountants, lawyers, to ensure that all documents and instruments are received, derived, created, and/or developed on time and accurately, reflecting the agreed-to intent between the parties of the transaction. This typically can account for hundreds of hours of background work. It is not unusual for a small to mid-sized transaction to require in excess of 400 to 600 hours. In large ones, could be as high as 800 or even over 1,000. This is really seen by many sellers until they actually go through a successful transaction, and when it is then cherished and clearly evidenced in our successful closings of very satisfied clients.